Now, excuse me if I didn't do enough research on this topic, but I just felt some type of way about it. I had to speak on it. So basically, I'm not even sure what this guy's name is, but basically, this man took to Facebook, and pretty much blew an elderly man's brains out on camera on Easter of all days. His reasoning behind it was something to do with him falling out with his girl, something with his dad, and personally, I feel like that's bullshit. Okay, first of all, I feel like it's way deeper than what he made it out to be. Second of all, this dude is feminine as hell. Like you cannot murder another human being over some shit dealing with a woman or a female. I feel like it had to be way deeper than that. I feel like this dude, he didn't snap because if you pay attention to the video, he's very calm, he's very collected. He knew what he was doing, he planned it out. He even admitted to killing 13 other people. So of course, like the way you watch the video, the way he coldly murders the man on camera, he's done this shit before. Like he didn't care. So with that being said, for him to murder somebody over something as trivial as this, he's done this. Of course he's done this shit before. I mean, he admitted, but he's been doing crazy shit like this for a while. Dude is a menace to society, and I really hope they catch his ass. I took this very personal because the fucked up part about it is, well, I mean, they only show him murder one person, but it's implied basically he's probably done this before, like I said. But that's somebody's grandpa probably. That's somebody's father probably. That's a respected elderly man in his own community. I mean, in the video, of course, people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's a nice person," but I mean, you could tell they were serious. Like, people love this man. He was somebody important. Imagine if this was your grandfather. Imagine if this is your uncle, your father. This man was important to them. That's what really pisses me off because I have a grandmother that sometimes she won't accept her age. And sometimes she likes to wander off and walk to the store home. We used to have to get on her about that. There was an Aldi's that she used to keep going to. You know, we're from the south side of Chicago. It was an Aldi's that actually got robbed, like I think right off 79th and Halsted. We don't live over there anymore. I think the Aldi's got shut down because it kept getting robbed. My point is, like, could you imagine if this was your grandmother in this situation? Like, I don't know how I would feel if I came home from school or work or like practice or something. I found out, oh, a random crazy ass nigga just shot your grandma for no reason. Like, he didn't know this fucking man. He didn't know him at all. It was just a complete random. But the thing about it is, I think he wanted attention. Because how can you be like this pissed off about a relationship where you willing to kill a older man that you don't even know? Like, what the fuck is this guy's deal? Like, has he never been in a breakup before? Like, has he never went through this type of shit with a woman before? Like, seemed like a fucking cornball if you ask me. You cannot do shit like this. For anybody out there who might be going through depression or have any personal problems, emotional anything, my advice would be to just get help. Like, just talk to somebody because it might prevent you from doing something crazy to yourself or others. Like, don't be like this dude. First of all, I don't think a lot of people could be like this dude. I don't even think the reason he gave behind it is bullshit to me. He basically saw the words. I mean, I'm not gonna show the video. I'm not gonna put that on my channel. There's just certain things I won't show. I don't care how many views it is. I just don't care. But in the confession, whatever you want to call it, he basically said, "I'm just gonna take it out on everybody." He didn't seem to take any responsibility. He knew what he was going to do. It was planned out. So I wouldn't even consider him a psychopath. I forget what the proper term for it. And I know somebody's going to get on my ass in the comment section. People usually do. But I don't really know what the word to put him as, label him as. But he didn't give a fuck about what he was doing. I feel like he just wanted attention. He was taking out his own problems on other people. Whatever happened to him with this woman, it had to be way worse than he made it out to be. And no matter what she did to him, like, who does shit like this? Well, except crazy people, of course. I don't know, man. Like, this happened on Easter. This was yesterday. I mean, you know, a couple crazy things happened around here, but it was nothing like this. Like, this is just ridiculous. It's unacceptable. It's savagery, I guess, if that's another word used for it, and it's just disgusting. Like, anybody out there, if you see this, man, like, first of all, whoop his ass. Or like just turn him in. Like usually like I don't really say too much shit about this. Like when I see like, oh, we'll report this person, man, I don't care. Fuck dude. He doesn't belong in society. He's a menace to society. Hell, he's obviously more dangerous to others than himself, because first of all, think about what he did. Like if you ever got this far, wouldn't you just kill yourself first? Like most people would have just killed themselves, but he wanted to be a bitch and take it out on somebody else that didn't deserve it. If you really want to kill people that bad, dude, nigga, go to the army. We probably finna be at war in a minute. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but all the events with Trump or whatever, who knows? It might be a World War III. Can't really say for sure, but if that's how you really feel, man, go to the service. America kills people all the time in other countries, whether it's refugees, other soldiers, or what. But if you really feel some type of way, well, you know what? I need to take another human being's life. Somebody I don't know. Let's go to the fucking army, man. But dude was a bitch. That wasn't his reason behind it. And there's like no way you can give this man any type of excuses, because he knew what he was doing. He fucking confessed it. Yeah, he had to have thought about this for a while. And like he said, I mean, he literally pretty much snitched on himself, whatever you want to call it, admitted he murdered 13 other people. So there's really nothing you can give him in his corner. Even if he hadn't have been an elderly man, an old man, whatever you want to put it, even if it had just been a random person, it still would have been fucked up. But I mean, it's more of an emotional feel because it is an old man. So of course that's gonna make it seem 10 times worse. But it's just the fact that he killed an innocent person that didn't have shit to do with anything. The only thing that will make me say, okay, maybe he has just a little bit of credibility, if it had been a person that had actually wronged him in a way, and it still would have been fucked up, because like you just took out another human being because your relationship didn't go right. That's why I keep saying it's got to be more than that. He just hasn't revealed. But either way, like murdering people wasn't a rational solution. But if it had been somebody who had actually did some shit to him, maybe I would have been like, okay, I see his reason, but that's still bogus. Let's say if he had to say, you know what, I'm sick of this bitch, excuse my French, whatever it was, whatever chick it was, if he had to said, you know what, I'm gonna find her, I'm gonna torture her ass, kill her or whatever, that would have also been fucked up. But at least you can somewhat see the reason behind it. I feel like we need to know more about this guy as a person and what made him build up to this. Like, there's nothing that can be said that's gonna be like, okay, I see why he did this now, it's okay. But I'm curious about this, man. Like, what type of person was he? I mean, it's pretty obvious he was vindictive and cruel, like, but just his background. Like, what was the whole situation? He was pretty vague on what happened. He just basically said, okay, love of my life, blah, 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 relationship didn't work out. Like, that's something we all can relate to. Like, something with a loved one, a family member, or just boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, whatever. But, like, do you see us fucking randomly going out killing people? Like, I won't say no names and name anything specific, but I've seen some stuff in my personal life where I could actually understand if they spouse, boyfriend, whatever, actually wanted to kill the other person. But just going out and blindly murdering other people, like, I've seen domestic violence cases, I've seen all types of stuff. Way more serious issues where if somebody wanted to mentally snap, I can understand it, but this just unacceptable. So I just want to say, rest in peace to that old man. Anybody else that he had killed, anybody else that was affected, well, I don't want to say rest in peace to them because they're not dead, I just said affected. But my heart goes out to anybody else that he affected in his personal life, because this dumbass also put his ID card to his job in the video. So of course when people watch the video, they gonna go to his job and like, well, they house crazy ass niggas like this, let's go investigate all the other employees, let's investigate the business, let's do this. So basically his job's probably gonna be on the fire. Everybody he knows personally is gonna be on the fire. The girl he was so-called mad at, he put her name in the video. So of course people are gonna come to her like, hey, what did you do to this man? Help him find him. So there's gonna be a lot of fire on a lot of people that he knows personally or whatever. Hell, imagine if you were a mother or father and you found out your fucking child did something like this. I mean, this is probably national news, or it's not probably, it is. This is national news at this point. But yeah, anybody that's going through any type of depression, anything personal, we all have our problems, but please don't let it end up like this. Go get help. Go talk to somebody. And that's all I have to say.